thought our best part was, our second half. I thought our focus really intensified at the halftime break, and we came out in the second half and did some good things. They're a very good basketball team that can do some different things, and we knew driving the ball and putting the ball on the floor was a very good strength of theirs, as well as Godbold inside. She's one of those players that you love to watch, but you hate to play against. But I just felt like our young ladies really buckled down at halftime and did what we had to do to position ourselves with the W.
We have a microphone. A young lady will be roving around. If you have a question, if you would hold up your hand, please, and she will get to you. If you would identify yourself before you ask your question, please.
This question's for Amy Nick from the Daily News. Amy, 25 points, I think that's a season high. This is one of those moments, your last go around here. How big was coming out and really making a statement in this first game here for you?
It was very big. I think I came out very focused. My shots were falling earlier. I just had the mindset of I have to help my team out in whatever way I can. And today was scoring and passing the ball to get my teammates involved. So that's what I did.
Other questions for the players? That's it? Back here in the back, excuse me. You're not getting off that easy, girls.
Keisha, James Brandenburg from WKU. In the first half, obviously, you came off the bench and provided some minutes, but just how did you feel like Amy might have set a tone a little bit? It seemed like she was the one starter who really had things going from the opening tap.
Amy is the one that's basically known for, getting us open, penetrating, doing what she can to get us post open. So I think that helped a lot and created, space for us post down low.
Others? In front here, please.
Phil Skaggs, the Signal Record, Hot Springs. Either of you two players, the first half, what do you feel like was going on in the first half? It seemed to take you a while for the team as a whole to get going, and what changed things for the second half to get that big run to start the second half?
In the first half, I think it was just two teams really battling. Really was coming out aggressive, and they were doing pretty good offensively with driving the ball and getting offensive rebounds, and we were doing a good job with that as well. We kind of had a momentum swing at the end when the shot was made, but in the first half, I think it was just two teams who were battling real hard and being aggressive.
Anyone else? Amy and Keisha, thank you all very much. Have a good evening. Questions for Coach Cowles, please.
Mary, just talk about Amy's start. She hits that big shot at halftime, which she's done so many times for you guys, but when it seemed like you guys were struggling to get any kind of real consistent offensive rhythm, she was the one that did it. This is her last go-around. How much did that have to do with it, maybe?
Well, I think she recognized the way they were really sagging off of our post, and so she called some screens to her, and our post did a good job of setting that on-ball screen, and that's kind of a signature shot for Amy to come off that on-ball screen and hit that pull-up 15-foot jumper free throw line area. And she recognized how they were playing that, and she took advantage of it. She is the point guard, and you need for your point guard to have the kind of focus that she had today. And that's why I complimented her in the locker room after the game. In the second half, we found something offensively that worked. But I think the reason it was so effective for us and we were able to stick with it is because she, with the ball in her hand, was so creative, not her scoring, but distributing the basketball and finding lots of different things that were open and that were successful for us to execute and put points on the board. So not only did she have a great offensive night, going 9 for 14 from the floor, but just the way she was composed and her focus is something that we've got to have from her, especially as our starting point guard throughout this tournament.
Steve Coulter of the New Clarion. You played a close game against Denver earlier this season at home. What's your strategy playing them tomorrow?
Well, Denver's really, really talented, and A lot of people talk about Murdoch, who is very, very good, but I think what makes Denver so good is they're so disciplined at both ends of the floor. So going in, there's some things I think that we did positive in the first game, but we made some pretty crucial mistakes in that game as well. So hopefully we can build on the positives, fix those mistakes, and come ready to play and bring this type of focus again.
Other questions?